So I still remember a scene from Jojita Vai Sikandar when actually the protagonist comes second and his dad says, someone says to him that your son couldn't come first because he did not really have a proper cycle. His dad says that whoever comes first, he's the winner. Does not really matter what background he comes from. And when I look at my particular story, in fact, I don't want to really give an excuse about what background I come from. It does not really matter. In fact, in life, how you take use of the opportunities when I got in MICA and how you look at the things and what opportunities you get and how you make use of them, that's what the bigger picture is all about. I gave MICA for the first time in 2014 and I cleared it instantly. So getting the admission letter sailed through the interview as well. But then the biggest problem which came in fact was that my loan wasn't sanctioned, and the reason which banks gave me was that my dad had a bad credit rating. Now that resulted in 2007-2008 when he was unemployed. He fell into a Nigerian scam where he was promised a hell lot of money, and he in fact took money from credit cards and he had a bad CIBIL. So I started working 7 days a week, 5 days in fact in a startup, and 2 days over the weekend teaching chess. The idea was to save enough money for my mom and dad, so further if even any point of time if I go to pursue an education, I'll be the only earning member, so I need to have a substantial amount. This time it ended up very well. I cleared it with a spot offer, applied to the banks. Banks fortunately sanctioned my loan, this time taking my sister as a co-guarantor. In fact, I also had a mind coach because it was a lot frustrating giving the exam second time and knowing that if the first time you might have just cleared it by fluke. I started my own startup called as mymentor.in, which gave me a revenue of about 4 lakh. So while managing my entire studies as well, I could also pursue a lot of competitions. And in one such competition, I got a PPO of about 55 lakh and also a cash prize of 1 lakh. So I still feel an underdog. Journey for the financial part really ends here in terms of having a good salary, but in terms of doing something for the society, that's what the idea of the mentorship was born, but it has still not really arrived per se. In fact, there are a lot of stories which I've read that people in fact who have much more potential than me or who had similar potential could not really get into their dream college. And there are people who have a lot of money but they don't know where to park in. The idea is basically to channelize that entire kind of money to people who really need it. So I don't know how am I going to do it, but I'm really interested in the field of entrepreneurship, and somewhere there is a space for a VC in the world of education, and that's where the bigger idea is.